was reading this book, I kept thinking of this little children's book that I have called I Like Myself, especially from this one passage I'm going to read. Made me think of it a lot. On page 228, it says, "If someone had taken that book out of my hand, said you're too old for this, maybe I'd never have believed that someone who looked like me could be in the pages of the book, that someone who looks like me had a story." And I just think it shows, like, this book is obviously, it's about a little black girl, and I think it's so beautiful that even though we have a lot of progress in racial reconciliation, that we have come a long way. So I'm going to read this book for you guys, and then I'll get your thoughts. So, I like myself. I like myself. I'm glad I'm me. There's no one else I'd rather be. I like my eyes, my ears, my nose. I like my fingers and my toes. I like me wild. I like me tame. I like me different and the same. I like me fast, I like me slow, I like me everywhere I go. I like me on the inside too, for all I think and say and do. Inside, outside, upside down, from head to toe and all around. I like it all is me, and me is all I want to be. And I don't care in any way what someone else may think or say. I may be called a silly nut or crazy cuckoo bird, so what? I'll have too much fun, you see, for anything to bother me. Even when I look a mess, I still don't like me any less, because nothing in this world, you know, can change what's deep inside. And so, no matter if they stop and stare, no person ever, anywhere, can make me feel that what they see is all there really is to me. I'd still like me with fleas or warts, or with a silly snout that snorts. Or knobby knees, or hippo hips, or purple polka dotted lips. Or beaver breath, or stinky toes, or horns protruding from my nose. Or yikes, with spikes all down my spine, or hair that's like a porcupine. I still would be the same, you see. I like myself because I'm me. So I'd like to get your thoughts on how that book relates to Brown Girl Dreaming, because I kind of saw that little girl as being like Jacqueline, and also some ideas she presented. I think there's similar themes as were in the book. So you might have any thoughts about that? Yeah.
I guess the whole entire like imagination thing that she had.
Yeah.
And, like she had this like gift for telling stories, and even if they weren't like necessarily true when they were in a conversation, but like that girl, she obviously had a great imagination, since she was saying, you know, if I had horns coming out of my nose, and I'm still me, and also she's like, both characters stay true to themselves, I think, so.
Yeah, thanks. Any other thoughts?
I feel like Jacqueline had come to a point where she was okay with being herself.
Yeah.
I think that she was comparing herself at some points in the book, and like towards the end, she's like, okay, like I believe what I believe, and I'm okay with being me, and I'm a writer, and she had kind of come to the point where she like knew who she was.
Yeah, and she wasn't afraid of being that. And I think it was impressive, like she loved herself even though like the media and society and everything was telling her that she wasn't like beautiful or as good because of her skin color. So yeah, any other thoughts?
I had a thought about, remember when we talked about humanism versus post-structuralism? This is a very sort of humanistic perspective about identity. Like, I'm me no matter what, which I think is really interesting. Sometimes knowing who you are and realizing you don't need to change with every situation that you're in is a really positive and healthy thing. So just because post-structuralism is newer doesn't mean it's better. Yeah.
Was it her dad who said, like, because he's from the north, like, they
they can be anything they want to be. Like she tried to instill that with all the kids, and I feel like that did lay with her very strongly, and I think she definitely took that on.
She needs the Woodson side too to be herself. Yes. Although she didn't spend so much time talking about the Woodson side in this book.
But I think it did make a big difference in how she created herself.
Yeah. She's both.
Yeah.
Thanks.